Arjan, welcome back. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Craig.
Milestone reported a 78% sequential increase in revenue in the fourth quarter of 2020. What is driving the growth?
There are several factors that are driving the growth. One, of course, is dental offices are reopening again. In particular, the second half of last year, and we already reported that in Q3 and Q4 last year. So that's one. The second is, of course, an effect on the marketing and sales initiatives that we have undertaken in all the years. The repositioning of the product, focusing much more on the business aspect and the business benefits for the dentist. And I think also those three factors are definitely contributing to the growth of the dental business, as well as that we are welcoming, of course, new distributors want to enhance our footprint in the marketplace, so well domestic as internationally. And that's the only way for us to drive our business moving forward.
How big is the market opportunity, Arjan, both for your dental business as well as for the medical business, that is the CompuFlo and CathCheck technologies?
The market opportunity, as probably everybody knows, is pretty big, right? If you just look at historically our presence in the dental business, a market penetration, if I look at the number of dental clinics versus the number of instruments that we have installed in the marketplace, we talk about, let's say, a market penetration of 5%. And I think also historically what the company has been doing is focusing, for good reasons, on the clinical benefits and the patient benefits. But we also have to look at, the added safety benefits of our system or our dental concept, as well as the business advantages of having a system like ours when used in a dental clinic. So just based on the numbers, the market penetration is rather, I would say, low, and the opportunity is gigantic. And that's also the reason why the board of directors have given me the mandate when I was recruited and hired and appointed as CEO of the dental business in June, to exponentially grow the dental business and revamp the dental business and secure growth in the next coming years, in the next 3 to 5 years. So that's the dental side. Now, the medical side, I think it's the same story to that extent. We believe that we can become the standard of care in epidural procedures, as we have reiterated in previous interviews and calls. Out of 4 million births in the United States, 2.4 million women undergo an epidural procedure. And we believe, and we have proven evidence in a clinical setting, that we can become the standard of care. And translating that into, for example, 2 million procedures, epidural procedures per year, in combination with the high profit margins on the consumables in the high 60%, that would result in a profit margin of $80 million on consumables for the company alone on an annual basis. So that's more the financial side of the medical business compared to the dental business.
Arjan, talk to us about your business model. How does Milestone make money in the dental and medical segments?
In a way, you ask me to go-to-market approach, right? And the distribution channel, or the sales channels, I would say, in medical and dental are different. In the United States, for the medical, we started in the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, with a direct sales team. As we speak, we are further enhancing the medical sales team. The main reason for us doing that is that the company is in a fantastic financial situation. In spite of previous years where we the money that we earned in the dental business, we were reinvesting that in the medical business. Now we are in a situation that we have, after the last raising of capital in June, now we are in a situation that we have $14 million, more than $40 million cash at hand. We have a burn rate of around $350,000 per quarter. We are now seeing an uptake in the revenues on the dental business. we welcoming revenues of the medical business. So we are looking forward to become cash positive during the course of this year. But more importantly, it allows us to invest the money in growing the dental business, growing the medical business, invest in sales team expansion, invest in the right marketing and sales activities, and also invest in, R&D areas like, intra-articular indications, peripheral nerve block, or even cosmetic medicine when we talk about Botox. So that's the sort of the overall story that I wanted to share with you. For the dental business, apart from the investment opportunities that we're having, we are focusing much more on a decentralized sales strategy in terms of, in particular in the United States, we were dependent on one major distributor, and we decided to change that and go for a multi-distribution channel approach. And the main reason was, again, if you look at the revenues in 2019, 8.4 million, 7 of the 8.4 million, 7 million is from consumables. So if you want to increase that business, we really have to increase the number of installed units in the marketplace. So we are really, really looking forward to what the future will bring.
Arjan, that is really exciting. We've covered a lot here. Let's put this together and look to the future a moment. What further developments and objectives can investors expect with Milestone in the next year, year and a half?
There are several key objectives that I, for myself and the company, have set. And that is, first of all, we definitely have to bring the dental business back to the levels as prior to the pandemic, and then further grow that exponentially. That's really the mandate that the board has given me over a period between now and the next 3 to 5 years. In the medical, as we are still in a very early commercialization stage, it's doing consistently executing on the strategy that we have chosen. Build up the sales team, increase the penetration in the existing hospitals, add new hospitals, expand the territories that we are active in, and then from a distribution network, again, expand the business in these international and European markets, add a number of hospitals that could serve as reference centers within those countries in Europe and worldwide.
In summary, Arjan, what is the key takeaway? Why should investors take an interest in Milestone Scientific today?
First of all, I would say the business model that we apply, I remember what I said earlier, we think and we believe that we can become the standard of care. That is associating with a net profit of $80 million on consumables for the company alone. And I think, and I believe even more so, that is a very compelling proposition for investors and institutions. And if you look also historically what happened since last summer, if you look at the share price development, the increase in the market cap, I think there's proof of what we have been doing in the past, and keeping and sticking to our story and our promises that we can deliver on those. So the strategy is set. We have the right talent. We need more talent in the future as well. And it is simply executing on what we are having. So I think from a financial investor point of view, again, it's the profitability or the net profits that we foresee on the business model. Look at the share price development. Look at the market cap development. Look at the financial situation of our company. Compared to a lot of other companies, they're in the red figures. They have different problems or challenges that we are having as a company, and we are in a very fortunate position.
It's a great story, Arjan. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.